Turning Stumbling Blocks into Stepping Stones, written by Theo E. David. Welcome back to our audiobook shelf. We hope you enjoy the book, and please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons to get our latest content. Enjoy. Introduction. As you scroll through social media, you're constantly bombarded with images of picture-perfect lives that seem light years away from your own reality. It's a dizzying spectacle of curated snapshots, exotic vacations, gourmet meals, flawless relationships, and seemingly endless happiness. It's easy to feel like your own life pales in comparison, especially when you're grappling with challenges or hardships that aren't showcased in those glossy feeds. But here's a little secret: everyone faces obstacles. The perfect lives you see online are just that, online. Behind every smiling photo, there are stories of struggle, setbacks, and perseverance. Whether people choose to share their struggles is entirely up to them, but make no mistake, they are there. Instead of getting caught up in comparisons, which can drain your energy and self-esteem, it's far more beneficial to focus on your own journey. Shift your mindset from envy to empowerment and turn your challenges into triumphs. You might wonder, how can you possibly do that? Some obstacles seem so daunting, so insurmountable, that they cast a long shadow over your life. It's easy to feel overwhelmed, to think about throwing in the towel. And yes, it's human nature to sometimes feel resentful of those who seem to glide through their difficulties with ease, turning every stumbling block into a stepping stone. But here's the thing: resentment and giving up are both dead ends. They won't get you where you want to go. By changing your mindset and refusing to see obstacles as immovable, you can transform yourself into someone who not only overcomes challenges but thrives because of them. This transformation isn't magic. It requires hard work, determination, and a hefty dose of resilience. But it's entirely within your reach. In this audiobook, we're going to show you how to embark on this transformative journey. We'll start by defining what obstacles really are and exploring how you should perceive them. Your perception and the control you exert over these challenges are crucial in building a strong, unshakable foundation. Next, we'll delve into the two most essential steps for actively overcoming obstacles: identifying them clearly and setting actionable goals. Clarity and strategy are your best allies in this battle. We'll then move on to discuss the importance of focusing on yourself, building emotional resilience, and maintaining a practice of consistency and growth. These chapters will provide you with a comprehensive blueprint, not just for overcoming one obstacle, but for learning from every challenge you encounter. This way, you can turn any adversity into an opportunity for success and personal growth. Whether you're currently facing a significant hurdle or you simply want to better your life, use this book as your guide to transform any challenge into success. Let's dive in and start turning your obstacles into stepping stones to a brighter, more fulfilling future. Chapter 1: The Hidden Truth About Obstacles. Before diving into the strategies for overcoming obstacles, it's crucial to understand the true nature of these challenges. Everyone is familiar with obstacles, but most of us have a distorted and unrealistic view of them. Rather than seeing obstacles as opportunities for growth, we often perceive them as adversities working against us. This skewed perception makes it significantly harder to navigate through challenges and turn them into successes. Here's the radical truth you need to embrace: obstacles aren't all bad. This might sound surprising, but it's a fact. Like everything else in life, obstacles come with both positives and negatives. Recognizing and understanding both sides will empower you to tackle challenges more effectively and transform them into opportunities for growth and success. By shifting your mindset and seeing obstacles for what they truly are, complex experiences with potential benefits, you'll find it easier to overcome them. This change in perspective is the first step towards turning every challenge you face into a stepping stone to a better, more successful you. Transform obstacles into opportunities. Whenever an obstacle comes your way, it's essential to remember a vital fact: your perspective shapes your reality. If you focus solely on the negatives, as most people do, it's easy to feel distraught, overwhelmed, and even depressed. This mindset makes it much more challenging to navigate through the obstacle and transform it into a success story. However, by acknowledging both the negatives and the positives, you can see the obstacle in a more balanced and realistic light. This shift in perspective allows you to think rationally and clearly about the task at hand. Instead of being overwhelmed by the challenge, you can begin to strategize and take actionable steps to overcome it. What's more, focusing on the positives can significantly diminish the impact of the negatives. This approach not only makes the process of tackling obstacles more manageable, but also more enjoyable. Even if you don't achieve success as quickly as you'd like, maintaining a balanced perspective keeps you motivated and resilient. Remember, every obstacle carries the potential for growth and improvement. By embracing both its challenges and opportunities, you equip yourself with the mental tools needed to turn any hurdle into a stepping stone towards success. So the next time you face a challenge, shift your perspective and harness the power of positive thinking to transform obstacles into opportunities, turning negatives into empowerment. Obviously, obstacles come with their share of negatives. While it's crucial not to get mired in these downsides, being aware of them is essential. Understanding the negatives equips you with the knowledge needed to navigate your situation more effectively and overcome the challenges at hand. When you acknowledge the negatives, you reclaim your power. This awareness transforms the obstacle from an intimidating giant into a manageable challenge. Recognizing and owning the negatives makes them less frightening and more conquerable. The specific negatives you'll encounter depend on the nature of the obstacle. For instance, if your obstacle is finding a new job, the negatives might include financial stress, the necessity to relocate, or adapting to a new work environment. These are distinct from the negatives associated with relationship troubles, such as emotional strain or communication issues. Beyond these specific negatives, there are universal challenges inherent in all obstacles. One of the most significant is the demand for effort. Obstacles require time and energy, which can be particularly taxing if you already have a full-time job and other responsibilities. The additional burden can be overwhelming, even for the most diligent individuals. Moreover, obstacles test you on multiple levels physically, mentally, and emotionally. Every new challenge forces you to stretch and grow, which is a demanding process. This journey of personal growth consumes a lot of energy and can evoke a range of negative emotions. Depending on the situation, the required effort and emotional turmoil are what make obstacles daunting. Most people dread extra work, which is why obstacles often elicit a sense of dread and aversion. However, by recognizing these negatives and understanding their impact, you can better prepare yourself to face them head-on. This preparation not only makes the challenge more manageable but also helps you appreciate the growth and strength you gain in the process. Instead of viewing obstacles as purely negative experiences, see them as opportunities to rise above. Embrace the effort and emotional work as stepping stones to a stronger, more resilient you. By shifting your mindset and harnessing the power of awareness, you can turn any obstacle into a catalyst for success. Guaranteed positives of obstacles. Obstacles aren't just about challenges and setbacks, they're also brimming with positives. Unfortunately, most people miss these silver linings, fixating instead on the negatives. While it's easy to get caught in this trap, making a conscious effort to focus on the positives can transform your experience. Recognizing the positives embedded in obstacles is crucial. These positives are your secret weapon, helping you overcome challenges, stay motivated, and even find joy in the process. One of the greatest positives of obstacles is the opportunity for growth. Every challenge you face teaches you something new, pushing you to develop skills and strengths you might not have realized you had. This personal growth not only helps you conquer the current obstacle but also prepares you for future challenges. Overcoming adversity also increases resilience. You get better at overcoming adversity with each challenging circumstance you overcome. This resilience is priceless because it gives you the mental toughness to handle life's unavoidable ups and downs with poise and assurance. In addition, obstacles present a special opportunity for innovation and problem solving. They compel you to think creatively and unconventionally, coming up with answers you might not have thought of in a less difficult circumstance. Your general problem-solving skills will improve as a result of this creative thinking, which can also extend to other aspects of your life. Therefore, keep this in mind the next time you face a challenge. Look for the unnoticed benefits. Allow them to inspire you on your path, maintain your motivation, and provide you joy along the way. Accept the challenge and observe how you might turn setbacks into chances for achievement and development. Embrace growth and become your best self. Any obstacle's greatest benefit is that it forces you to improve. Even though problems require perseverance and hard work, they are the furnace through which you develop into the person you want to be. Essentially, obstacles help you become a stronger, better version of yourself. Some challenges encourage you to make physical improvements. For example, an unanticipated health scare compels you to prioritize your well-being and adopt healthier behaviors. More difficulties could strengthen your emotional fortitude and teach you how to handle life's ups and downs with poise and confidence. It makes no difference how a barrier forces you to change. It's important that you seize the chance for personal development and come out on the other side a better person. Every obstacle you encounter is a step toward becoming the best version of yourself. Therefore, when you come across challenges, acknowledge them for what they are: potent forces for introspection and growth. Accept the hardship, make the necessary sacrifices, and allow every obstacle to shape you into a more competent, resilient, and contented person. Uncovering your true self through obstacles. One of the most profound benefits of facing obstacles is the opportunity to truly get to know yourself. In our busy lives, we're often focused on understanding our coworkers, family members, and friends while neglecting the most crucial relationship of all, the one we have with ourselves. This oversight makes it harder to trust our own thoughts and understand what we really want out of life. Obstacles force you into a period of self-reflection and introspection. They reveal your strengths, expose your weaknesses, and define your limits. Through this process, you gain a deeper understanding of who you are in a way that would be impossible without these challenges. When you confront and navigate obstacles, you unlock insight about your character, resilience, and true desires. This journey of self-discovery not only empowers you to trust your instincts, but also clarifies your life's purpose and goals. Embrace obstacles as opportunities to reconnect with yourself. Let them be the mirror that reflects your true essence, guiding you to a more authentic and fulfilling life. Boosting self-esteem and strengthening relationships. Naturally, as we mature and gain self-awareness, our self-esteem grows. This is yet another important advantage of overcoming challenges. Overcoming obstacles increases your self-worth, since it teaches you to see yourself for more than just your skills and achievements. Having self-worth is necessary to live a happy and meaningful life. The capacity of barriers to strengthen our bonds with one another is another significant advantage. The strongest and most reliable connections are frequently formed through shared adversity. As you overcome your obstacles, you develop empathy and improve your ability to interact with people who are going through similar things. Your relationships become deeper and more meaningful as a result of this empathy and understanding. Barriers are not always bad things. They may be demanding and stressful, but they also push you to change, reveal your actual self, improve your relationships, and raise your self-esteem. Recognizing the advantages as well as the disadvantages can help you approach challenges with a realistic and analytical perspective, which will enable you to overcome them more successfully. So keep these hidden rewards in mind the next time you encounter a hurdle. Accept the journey, understanding that every challenge is a step toward becoming a more resilient, confident, and integrated version of yourself. Chapter 2: Perception Matters. In our exploration of obstacles, one crucial aspect we didn't explicitly delve into in the previous chapter is the profound influence of perception. Our perceptions serve as the lens through which we interpret events, people, and circumstances, drawing from our sensory experiences. However, despite being our primary interface with the world, our perceptions are not always accurate reflections of reality. Interestingly enough, our perceptions are an integral part of our existence, deeply ingrained in every aspect of our daily lives. They color our interactions, decisions, and emotions, shaping the very fabric of our reality. How we perceive the world ultimately dictates our responses to challenges and our ability to navigate through them. Given the pivotal role of perception, it becomes clear that how you perceive an obstacle greatly influences how you approach and overcome it. By enhancing your perception of obstacles, you can transform them from daunting barriers into stepping stones towards success. So as you embark on your journey to conquer obstacles, remember the power of perception. Embrace the opportunity to refine your perspective, knowing that a shift in perception can unlock new possibilities and pave the way for triumph in the face of adversity. What psychology says about perception. Psychology has conducted a great deal of research on perception. As we have already mentioned, psychology has found that our perception is influenced by our sensory experiences with the world, which include our senses of sight, smell, touch, and more. Furthermore, Psychology has found that perception influences how we respond to our obstacles. For instance, if we view obstacles negatively, we are more likely to give up and feel defeated by them. On the other hand, if we have an optimistic mindset about the obstacle, we are more likely to overcome it and succeed. Ultimately, the most valuable information psychology has to offer is that despite the impossibility of total control, we are still able to modify our perceptions. By paying attention and purposefully changing our perceptions. Pay attention. What is your perception of an event? How does it differ from reality? How do you know? Give your perception meaning. What does it mean to you? Do you agree with this meaning? Should you change the meaning? Act. Accordingly, how do my actions reflect my view of the situation? Practice. What are ways that I can incorporate this new mindset into my everyday life? This implies that you can change your negative perspective or mindset to a positive one in order to overcome problems. Simply put, by altering your perspective, you can increase your chances of success. With focused, purposeful activity, it is crucial to track your progress while actively attempting to alter your thinking. By making notes or utilizing an app, maintain your current behavior while monitoring your progress. By adopting this new perspective, your perspective will start to change if you maintain your optimism in the face of difficulty. And mentalities. You're probably thinking about what kind of attitude you should have because perception counts. Out of the 3 prevalent mindsets, only one is likely to succeed in the long run. There are 3 common mindsets that people unintentionally possess: the growing mentality, the mixed mindset, and the fixed mindset. A fixed mindset. The idea of a fixed mindset implies that our skills and aptitudes are preset from birth. This idea holds that we are unable to significantly enhance these natural qualities and that our success is entirely based on our genetic makeup. Someone with a fixed perspective, for example, might think they aren't naturally smart and can never succeed academically. Despite being widely held, this viewpoint is not only constrictive but also detrimental. It eliminates our control over our own situations and places all the responsibility for success or failure on our innate qualities. The reality, though, is far from this dismal picture. Take the case of a student who feels that their lack of natural intelligence prevents them from achieving academic success. With the exception of those with significant learning difficulties, the majority of pupils may succeed academically with effort and commitment. This reputation exposes the error of the stuck mindset. Essentially, having a fixed perspective imprisons us in the idea that we are only capable of what nature has given us. However, the truth is that we have a limitless capacity for development and advancement. We open the door to countless possibilities and clear the path to genuine success by shunning the constraints of a fixed attitude and appreciating the potential of progress. Growth mindset. The transformational growth mindset stands in sharp contrast to the fixed mindset. Whereas the growth mentality promotes the idea that we have some intrinsic talents and strengths that may be improved, the fixed mindset holds that our abilities are permanent and unchangeable. It basically recognizes our capacity for development and progress in all facets of life. Think about the situation where someone admits they're not very good at math. The growth mindset enables people to see that with commitment and effort, they can improve their mathematics ability and broaden their skill set, as opposed to accepting this seeming constraint. When it comes to conquering challenges and succeeding, the development mentality proves to be the most valuable ally. In contrast to the fixed mindset, which encourages hopelessness and failure when faced with obstacles, the growth mindset builds resiliency and tenacity. It feeds a constant urge to persevere and grow instead of giving in to overwhelm or giving up when faced with a new challenge. To overcome any challenge that comes your way, you must first have a growth mindset as opposed to a fixed one. Adopting a growth mindset enables you to reach your full potential, overcome obstacles, and steer clear of hindrances on your path to success. A mixed mindset. You can find yourself traveling through a region known as the mixed mindset when you set out on the path of changing from a fixed to a growth mindset. This phase of transition is marked by a combination of growth-oriented and fixed ideas. Sometimes you will find yourself holding on to rigid ideas about your capabilities, and other times you will welcome the positive perspective of the development mentality. It's crucial to understand that having a divided perspective throughout this transitional phase is a sign of growth. Even though it's normal to feel uneasy and uncertain, The fact that you are no longer solely bound by the limitations of a fixed mindset is a big step forward. Even though you might not yet fully embody the development mindset, celebrate the progress you've achieved so far rather than focusing on the gap between where you are now and where you want to be. Think of the development mindset as having limitless potential and the fixed mindset as being familiar. The mixed mindset is like a stepping stone that connects the two. To keep moving forward on this life-changing path, never waver in your dedication to development. Maintain a regular progress log, acknowledging your accomplishments and taking lessons from your failures. Strive to develop a growth-oriented attitude by actively questioning and rephrasing any arising rigid ideas. Recall that adopting a mixed mentality is a crucial step in the process and that there is no straight path to success. Accept the journey and have faith that with hard work and determination, you will come out on the other side with a firm commitment to the development mindset. When it comes to barriers, perception is everything. Although it could be alluring to give in to a fixed perspective, a growth mindset has the ability to transform obstacles into victories. Cultivating a growth-oriented, resilient, and optimistic mindset is crucial for navigating the route to success. As you encounter roadblocks, keep in mind how crucial perception is. Consider every obstacle a chance for development and education rather than a way to stop yourself from moving forward. Keep a careful check on your advancement and monitor your development and growth. You will be more capable of overcoming challenges with poise and tenacity if you approach life with a growth attitude. Remain upbeat despite hardships and have faith in your capacity to convert narrow-minded perspectives into countless chances for both career and personal development. Thus, keep in mind the power of perception as you come across roadblocks. Adopt a growth mentality and observe as challenges vanish into the background, replaced with chances for unmatched achievement. Chapter 3. You're not in control. Your feeling of control is a critical component that can impact your ability to overcome problems in addition to mentality and perception. Oftentimes, the illusion of control misleads us and makes us think we have more influence over our situation than we actually have. But in actuality, a lot of the difficulties we face are uncontrollable, and thinking differently just makes things worse. The first step in dispelling this illusion is admitting the reality that we are not as in control as we may think. While it is in our nature as humans to want to feel in control of our lives, the truth is that we are largely powerless over external events. There are always going to be seemingly insurmountable barriers in our way. When we try to manage things that are outside of our control, this fruitless quest for dominance creates innumerable obstacles that obstruct our development and make it more difficult for us to overcome difficulties. Recognizing this fundamental truth is essential if we are to navigate through obstacles successfully. By relinquishing the illusion of control and embracing the reality of our limitations, we free ourselves from the burden of unnecessary obstacles and pave the way for a more empowered approach to overcoming challenges. So as you confront obstacles along your journey, remember to question your perception of control. Embrace the wisdom of accepting what you cannot change and focus your energy on the aspects of your life that you can influence. In doing so, you'll find yourself better equipped to tackle obstacles with clarity, resilience, and determination. Letting go of uncontrollable obstacles. The issue of control often leads us to cling tightly to obstacles that we have no business holding on to, those challenges that lie beyond our grasp, impossible for us to overcome. Yet despite their insurmountable nature, we persist in our futile attempts to conquer them. Inevitably, our futile struggles with these unyielding obstacles leave us feeling overwhelmed and burdened with self-blame. But the truth is, our inability to overcome these challenges has little to do with our capabilities and more to do with the immutable facts of the situation. It's crucial to recognize that fixating on matters beyond our control is a fruitless endeavor. Pouring our time and energy into trying to influence outcomes over which we have no power only serves to deplete our resources and diminish our self-esteem. Instead, we must redirect our focus toward those aspects of our lives where we have at least some degree of control. When faced with an obstacle that leaves you uncertain of whether to engage or let go, it's essential to conduct a thorough evaluation. If you find that you have no ability to influence the outcome of the obstacle in any way, it's time to release your grip and let it go. By relinquishing control over the uncontrollable, you free yourself from the burden of unnecessary struggles and open the door to a more empowered and fulfilling life. So take a step back, reassess your priorities, and focus your efforts on the challenges where your actions can make a tangible difference. In doing so, you'll find yourself better equipped to navigate through obstacles with clarity, resilience, and confidence. Knowing whether or not you should let go can be difficult, but there are two things to consider: the facts and your emotions. The facts of the obstacle and your emotions will determine whether or not you are in control of the outcome and if you should let go of it. The facts of the obstacle include anything that is a requirement for the obstacle to be overcome. For example, say your obstacle is that you have been fired and need money. The facts would include how long you can go without an income, the number of people relying on you, and anything else that can be objectively determined. In addition to the facts, you need to consider your emotions. Your emotions will largely determine if the obstacle is worth it to you. Sometimes the obstacle is in your control and the facts allow you to overcome it. Nevertheless, your emotions may tell you that the obstacle is not worth it. Let's look at an example. Assume that your partner gets a new job and must move across the country. The obstacle in front of you is whether or not you should move or be in a long-term relationship. Both of these options are doable, but your emotions may tell you that you don't want to move and you can't tolerate a long-distance relationship. In that case, your emotions tell you that this obstacle is not worth it and that you should potentially break up. By looking at the facts and your emotions, you should be able to determine if an obstacle is worth it. If the obstacle is not, give it up and move on with your life. Though this may take a lot of strength and resilience, it will make your life much easier. Steps to release control and rediscover joy. Letting go of control can be a challenging yet transformative journey. Here's a guide to help you navigate this path toward reclaiming a life filled with joy and fulfillment. To start, shift your focus towards what you can control in your life. Direct your energy towards aspects that pertain solely to you: your attitude, mindset, and actions, your appearance, mindfulness practices, aspects of your health, and productivity are all examples of areas where your influence matters. At the same time, it's crucial to acknowledge what lies beyond your control. Understand that situations involving other people or external circumstances are inherently unpredictable. While you can control your responses and actions, you cannot dictate how others behave or manipulate every outcome. As guiding concepts, practice acceptance and mindfulness. Acknowledge the current moment and let go of the urge to control results by learning to notice your thoughts and feelings objectively. Learn to accept the unknowns in life and to be calm and resilient in the face of adversity. Give up tight deadlines and attachments to particular results. Acknowledge that life is full of surprises and that trying to have control over everything will only make you frustrated. Accept the beauty of spontaneity and the opportunity for growth in uncertainty by approaching every situation with an open mind and flexibility. Develop thankfulness for life's blessings and fortitude in the face of adversity. Consider the good things that have happened to you and take courage from the challenges you have faced in the past. Make use of previous experiences as motivation to face today's obstacles head-on and with bravery and tenacity. By integrating these steps into your life, you'll gradually release the grip of control and embrace a newfound sense of freedom and joy. Remember, true liberation lies in releasing the need to control and embracing the beauty of life's unfolding journey. Notice your reaction pattern. Your reaction pattern is the lens through which you respond to others and the world around you. Often our emotions dictate these reactions, which can either serve us well or hinder our ability to overcome obstacles. Take a moment to observe your reaction pattern. It typically involves a trigger, a stress reaction, negative thoughts and feelings, reactive behaviors, and resulting consequences. Understanding this pattern is crucial in gaining insight into how you respond to various stimuli. If you find that your reactions are leading to unfavorable outcomes, it's time to break the pattern. Start by acknowledging the trigger and taking a moment to breathe deeply, allowing yourself to regain composure. Show compassion towards yourself and others involved in the situation, recognizing that everyone is human and prone to moments of emotional turbulence. Challenge negative thoughts by reframing them with a more realistic perspective. Instead of succumbing to pessimism, focus on finding solutions and opportunities for growth. By consciously changing your reaction pattern, you gain greater control over yourself and your responses. While it may not alter the external circumstances entirely, it empowers you to navigate challenges with resilience and emotional intelligence. Ultimately, this shift in mindset allows you to approach obstacles with clarity, confidence, and a sense of empowerment. Mantras. You can also use mantras to help let go of the control freak inside you. Mantras are quick and helpful sayings that you recite to yourself throughout the day. Studies have shown that mantras work if you repeat them to yourself frequently. They change the way you think, and therefore they change the way you react. Here is a list of helpful mantras for letting go of control. I let go of the need to control others. I let go of anything outside of my control. I control myself and my happiness. I only control myself and my reactions. Our relentless pursuit of control often transforms trivial matters into daunting obstacles. Discover how to discern when challenges aren't worth your attention, then liberate yourself from the compulsion to micromanage every aspect of life. Reclaim your time and energy, reserving them for obstacles that truly merit your focus and effort. Chapter 4: Identifying Obstacles. Now that we've laid the groundwork for overcoming obstacles, it's time to delve into the process of transforming them into triumphs. Just like tackling any other challenge, the initial step in conquering obstacles is to pinpoint and define them. In simpler terms, you must identify the obstacle and understand its nature. Identifying the obstacle heightens your awareness of its nuances, including its positive and negative aspects, as well as your own biases. This clarity is essential for devising actionable strategies to overcome it. While obstacles may vary widely, many can be grouped into broader categories, such as navigating the unknown or grappling with financial constraints. In this chapter, we'll explore the most common classifications of obstacles. You may find that the obstacle you're facing falls into multiple categories, and that's perfectly normal. Let's delve into these common obstacle types to equip ourselves with the insights needed to overcome them effectively. Common obstacle types. Facing the unknown. The most frequent kind of hurdle is figuring out the unknown. This happens every time you find yourself in foreign territory, be it relocating, beginning a new career, or interacting with strangers. This barrier may be especially difficult for people who struggle with anxiety, shyness, or low self-esteem. It takes a great deal of bravery and self-assurance to step into the unknown and adjust to new circumstances. Reminding yourself that everyone has been in similar situations and that most people are not going to judge you harshly is the key to getting past this roadblock. Furthermore, focusing on enhancing your self-worth helps foster a stronger sense of confidence in your capacity to confidently traverse new ground. Another obstacle you may encounter is the pressure to conform to expectations imposed by others, whether it's from family, friends, or societal norms. This pressure can be pervasive and stifling. While women may face this obstacle more prominently, men are not immune to its effects. To surmount this challenge, it's essential to establish clear boundaries and delineate where your true self begins and where external influences end. Reflecting on your values, self-perception, and aspirations can help clarify your identity and reinforce your sense of self. Facing this obstacle requires courage and a willingness to assert your boundaries. Strengthening your self-confidence and self-esteem will empower you to uphold these boundaries steadfastly, ensuring that you remain true to yourself amidst external pressures. Limited finances. Limited finances pose a formidable obstacle that can be incredibly challenging to overcome. Often, financial constraints stem from circumstances beyond our control, such as job loss, unexpected family additions, or unforeseen accidents. Unlike some obstacles, addressing limited finances demands concrete and actionable steps. This may entail creating a comprehensive budget, identifying ways to increase income, or exploring opportunities for employment. In some cases, seeking support from a partner or spouse may also be necessary to alleviate financial strain. In addition to the immediate financial implications, limited finances can precipitate a cascade of other challenges. These may include strained relationships, uncertainties about the future, and navigating unfamiliar territory. However, confronting this obstacle head-on requires resilience, resourcefulness, and a willingness to take decisive action. By implementing practical strategies and seeking support where needed, you can gradually mitigate the impact of limited finances and pave the way toward financial stability and peace of mind. Relationship problems. Navigating relationships often presents a myriad of obstacles, given the complex interplay of thoughts, actions, and expectations involved. As individuals, we tend to uphold our own perspectives and may struggle when others deviate from them, leading to tension and challenges in resolving conflicts. In many cases, relationship obstacles stem from specific events or recurring patterns. Effectively addressing these hurdles requires open communication and a willingness to understand the other person's viewpoint. Collaborating with them to devise actionable steps can pave the way for overcoming obstacles and strengthening the relationship. However, some obstacles may prove insurmountable, particularly if they entail irreconcilable differences. For instance, differing views on major life decisions, like having children, may necessitate a difficult decision to part ways and seek partners who share compatible goals and aspirations. It's important to note that relationship obstacles extend beyond romantic partnerships and can manifest in friendships, parent-child dynamics, and other interpersonal connections. Regardless of the nature of the relationship, resolving conflicts requires empathy, patience, and a commitment to finding mutually beneficial solutions. What to do after identifying the obstacle? Once you've pinpointed the obstacle, the next crucial step is to formulate actionable steps tailored to address the specific challenge at hand. These action steps serve as tangible measures to navigate through the obstacle. While it's essential to set goals that are attainable, they should also provide a clear direction forward, akin to mini-goals, as we'll delve deeper into in the upcoming chapter. In addition to devising action steps, it's equally important to engage in self-reflection. Certain obstacles can take a significant toll on your emotional and mental well-being. Take the time to acknowledge and process your emotions rather than brush them aside in a bid to swiftly overcome the obstacle. Ignoring your emotions entirely can be just as detrimental as allowing them to overpower you. Instead, view your emotions as valuable cues for personal growth and understanding. Depending on your emotional state, seeking guidance from self-help resources or consulting a therapist can provide invaluable support in navigating through the challenges. Often, the most formidable obstacle lies within your own mind. Take the opportunity to introspect, examining your aspirations, values, and innermost desires. By gaining a deeper understanding of yourself, you'll be better equipped to confront obstacles head-on and chart a path toward personal fulfillment and success. The first step to overcoming the obstacle is to identify the exact problem. You can do this by breaking up the obstacle into categories, which will help the obstacle to seem more tangible in your mind. From there, create action steps and touch back into your emotions to pursue a resolution actively. Chapter 5. Set goals. As was highlighted in the chapter before, one of the most important strategies for overcoming challenges and succeeding is to set goals. But defining goals might be a trickier process than it first appears. A lot of people have trouble setting and achieving objectives, which can make it harder for them to get past challenges. We shall explore the skill of goal planning in the next chapter to effectively overcome barriers. We'll discuss the idea of SMART goals, which stand for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound, and how they can act as a roadmap for overcoming obstacles. Let's get started and learn the secrets of creating and accomplishing SMART objectives. SMART goals. The ideal goals to set are known as SMART goals. The words specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound are abbreviated as SMART. By including each of these 5 factors, you can make sure that your goals are doable and within your reach. A single intention is the focus of a singular aim. It should be really targeted so that you know exactly what you need to achieve. Furthermore, the precise objective must be quantifiable. This implies that you must be able to gauge your success in reaching the objective. Furthermore, it must be both reasonable and attainable. Setting a goal that is completely out of your reach or that you are unable to accomplish is pointless. Establish a deadline for when you must complete the task. You'll remain inspired by this. Let's take an example where your challenge is that you need to reduce weight. 3 months and 25 pounds should be the target. This 25-pound weight loss target is immediate, precise, quantifiable, realistic, and feasible. What if I can't come up with a SMART goal? Imagine you have been trying to think of a smart goal but are at a loss for ideas. Ask a close friend or family member for advice if you find yourself in this predicament. They might offer you a fresh viewpoint that you hadn't considered. If you are still unable to formulate a smart goal, it is likely that you are out of control of the circumstances. Setting goals to achieve anything is impossible if you have no control over it. Setting objectives to lessen the obstacle's symptoms won't ensure success if someone else is a part of your impediment. You may encounter this issue. Let's say your spouse wishes to separate from you, but you don't want a divorce. You are not in complete control of the situation because another equally independent individual is engaged. Because of this, you might not be able to create smart goals that will ensure success in the circumstances. Nonetheless, you can create smart goals to guide you through the process or improve your relationship with your partner. Try to come to an agreement with your partner by discussing the matter together. Next, make plans to cushion the blow. Counseling, concentrating on your interests, or doing something else under your control could be part of this. Follow through. If you don't accomplish your goals, they mean nothing. Once your goals are established, figure out how to keep pushing yourself to reach them. Setting and maintaining smart goals is the best approach to staying on track, but even with smart objectives, you still need to put in the effort. Once you have divided the SMART goal into smaller objectives or mini goals, you may wish to provide rewards for yourself. Each time you accomplish a small objective, you treat yourself. This keeps you motivated and prepared to accomplish the following mini goal. Give it your all. A lot of individuals have plans, but few follow through on them. Make sure you don't give yourself the opportunity to procrastinate. You should hold yourself responsible for keeping your end of the bargain, just as you would with someone else. Be flexible. The significance of flexibility must be emphasized while talking about goals. People frequently set inflexible goals and steadfastly refuse to change, which sets them up for failure when faced with challenges. Even while setting goals, flexibility is essential for success. Because life is unpredictable, things might change suddenly. Adaptability is crucial when faced with unforeseen changes in plans, impediments, or priorities. Being flexible enables you to modify your objectives and priorities so that they stay in line with your present circumstances. Approaching goals with a fluid mentality will help you avoid seeing them as fixed benchmarks. While having a strong dedication to your goals is important, be willing to change course when needed. The ability of flexible goals to adapt to the ups and downs of life's obstacles means that development can continue even in the face of change. Set goals to assist you in overcoming your challenges. To stay motivated and increase your chances of overcoming your hurdles, set SMART goals. Setting objectives is really the only way to avoid being wrecked by your own challenges, even though you will need to be accountable to yourself and make a commitment to yourself. Chapter 6. Focus on yourself. It is crucial to emphasize the need to maintain self-focus and avoid self-comparison when facing challenges. With social media's widespread influence and other societal influences, we are always tempted to compare our value to that of others in today's interconnected world. But falling into this comparison trap can have a very negative impact on our success, personal development, and general well-being. It not only makes it more difficult for us to overcome barriers, but it also makes the difficulties we already face worse. It's critical to kick this bad habit as soon as possible in order to overcome hurdles successfully. Setting your own health and well-being as a top priority can help you develop an optimistic outlook that will help you overcome obstacles in difficult times. It can be tempting to compare yourself to others, but it's important to fight this urge. The follies of comparison. Comparing yourself to others when confronting obstacles only serves to erect additional barriers in your path. Rather than simplifying matters, it magnifies the challenges, intensifying the stress and pressure you experience. Moreover, engaging in comparisons undermines your ability to lead an authentic and fulfilling life. By adopting someone else's standards as your own, you diminish the value of your own thoughts and aspirations. This can impede your progress and hinder your ability to navigate obstacles effectively. To counteract these pitfalls, it's imperative to shift your focus inward and prioritize your own journey. By refraining from comparisons and embracing your unique path, you empower yourself to overcome obstacles and create the life you envision. Comparing yourself to others creates unrealistic notions. Comparing yourself to others is not just unwise, it's also based on unrealistic premises. Firstly, when you assess someone from the outside, you're only glimpsing a fraction of their reality. People often curate their public image to showcase only the highlights, leaving out the struggles and challenges they've encountered along the way. Consequently, when you measure yourself against others, you're essentially setting yourself up against an illusion. You're not privy to the hurdles and setbacks they've overcome to reach their current status. This skewed perspective distorts your own journey, leading to unrealistic expectations about where you should be in life. Moreover, comparing yourself to others is inherently irrelevant. Even if you could access the full spectrum of someone else's experiences, which is impossible, it wouldn't reflect your unique circumstances. Devoting your energy to such comparisons is futile, as it detracts from focusing on your own growth and aspirations. What should you do instead? It's significantly more productive to concentrate on your own ambitions and objectives rather than obsessing over comparisons with others. You can better understand where you are now and where you want to be by reflecting on your goals and aspirations. The basis for successfully conquering challenges in a realistic and useful way is self-awareness. If you can't resist making comparisons, turn your attention inward and consider your own personal development. Consider how much of the person you were in the past has changed and acknowledge your accomplishments. Adopting this self-improvement mindset enables you to focus your efforts on ongoing development and progress. While getting advice from others can be beneficial, caution must be used when doing so. Have genuine discussions with people who have faced comparable difficulties, but don't just take their viewpoints at face value. Rather, contrast their observations with your own ideas and goals, then use this synthesis to guide your decision-making. How to stop comparing yourself to others. Here are some ways to stop comparing yourself to others. Be aware of your triggers. Be aware of your triggers, which are things that make you feel inadequate and lead you to compare yourself to others. Triggers may be certain people on social media or going into certain stores. Be aware of your triggers so you know when you are likely to compare yourself to others. Once you know what your triggers are, try your best to avoid them. This may be tough, but it is highly important. Unfollow people who make you feel bad about yourself or avoid places that cause you to compare. Remember, you don't see the whole story whenever you find yourself slipping up. Remember that you don't see the whole story. People will put on a front to make themselves seem better than they feel. Remind yourself of this fact to help bring you back to a more realistic understanding. Be grateful for your life. Finally, find ways to show more gratitude for yourself and your own life. Look at every single thing you love about your current life and repeat it to yourself. As you're making a list, you'll probably find way more things to love than you originally thought. If excessive comparison is something you struggle with, you might want to start your morning or end your day with this tip. You will soon find yourself more grateful for your own life and self. When you are going through a difficult time, it is very simple to compare yourself to other people, but you have to resist this tendency. Making exaggerated comparisons to other people hinders one's ability to overcome challenges. To achieve more success, make a deliberate effort to cease comparing yourself to others. Chapter 7. Let's talk about emotional resilience. When confronted with challenges, it's all too common to become overwhelmed by emotions and succumb to feelings of despair. In such moments, overcoming obstacles can seem nearly insurmountable. However, one effective strategy for combating these emotions is by cultivating emotional resilience. What is emotional resilience? The ability to maintain emotional stability is essential for finding solace in the midst of hardship, be it managing difficult circumstances, conquering barriers, or negotiating erratic emotions. Although everyone is born with a certain amount of emotional resilience, it is a quality that can be actively cultivated and reinforced over time. Consider emotional resilience to be like a muscle. As we get older, our muscles get stronger on their own, but just as some people dedicate their lives to specific exercises that increase their bodily strength, we may likewise practice techniques that increase our emotional resilience. Through the development of self-compassion, engaging in activities that increase self-esteem, and implementing resilience-focused tactics, we can improve our capacity to overcome problems in life more skillfully and effortlessly. Emotional resilience, like exercising a muscle when necessary, gives us the strength to take on obstacles head-on and offers crucial support when faced with extreme stress or hardship. How does emotional resilience help you overcome obstacles? Emotional resilience isn't just a helpful trait, it's absolutely essential for turning obstacles into stepping stones toward success. Without it, challenges can feel insurmountable, leaving us feeling overwhelmed and defeated. Imagine a scenario where you lack emotional resilience. Faced with an obstacle, you might find yourself spiraling into negativity, unable to control your thoughts or emotions. This could lead to giving up prematurely or feeling paralyzed by self-doubt. In contrast, with emotional resilience, you have the ability to calm your mind and approach challenges with clarity and determination. Instead of being consumed by fear or frustration, you can respond to obstacles with a level-headed perspective, allowing you to devise effective strategies for overcoming them and ultimately transforming them into opportunities for growth and success. Elements of emotional resilience. It is possible to develop and strengthen emotional resilience over time. There's always room for improvement, no matter where you are on the emotional resilience spectrum. 3 important areas need to be addressed in order to properly increase your emotional resilience: social, mental, and physical. Let's start by discussing the physical side. Your general health, vitality, and energy levels all have a big impact on how resilient you are to emotional stress. Your body is more capable of handling obstacles when it is in good health and operating at its best. Making healthy eating and exercise routines a part of your daily routine may build up a strong foundation for physical resilience, which in turn builds emotional strength. Emotional resilience also requires cerebral components, including self-worth, self-assurance, flexibility, emotional awareness, concentration, self-expression, and reasoning skills. These aspects necessitate self-reflection and efforts at personal growth catered to your individual requirements. For example, getting help from a therapist to investigate underlying causes and create coping mechanisms can be quite helpful if you have low self-esteem. Improving social skills is also necessary to increase emotional resilience. This dimension comprises crucial elements, such as fostering meaningful interpersonal interactions, enhancing communication skills, and forming cooperative partnerships. People are social beings, therefore, having strong social networks may be very beneficial for offering encouragement and support when times are tough. The stronger these bonds are, the more resilient and fortified you become to face obstacles head-on. By treating the physical, mental, and social aspects of emotional resilience simultaneously, you may build and enhance it. This all-inclusive approach equips you with the abilities and methods required to confront obstacles head-on and transform them into opportunities for growth and success. Building emotional resilience. It is important to address the 3 aforementioned critical factors in order to develop your emotional resilience. While some people could be strong in one area but weak in another, most people could use some improvement across the board. To begin, examine oneself introspectively to see what aspects need improvement. Keep a tight eye on your attitudes and actions, particularly in trying circumstances. When you sense a loss of control or self-doubt, acknowledge it and then engage in self-compassionate, logical thought. In order to practice self-compassion, you must reassure and console yourself when you are struggling. When unreasonable or contradictory ideas come to mind, confront them so that you can see things more objectively and approach circumstances with greater balance. Prioritize taking care of your connections in addition to your own needs. This could be as easy as planning special moments to spend with close friends or family members, or asking for help when things get hard. You can strengthen your social ties and get insightful knowledge by discussing your thoughts and experiences with reliable people. Don't be afraid to get professional assistance if you find the process of developing emotional resilience to be too much for you. Your emotional resilience can be improved by working with a therapist or qualified counselor who can help you recognize negative thought patterns and offer advice on how to handle and overcome obstacles. Emotional resilience is key to overcoming any obstacle. Much like a muscle, your emotional resilience can be grown through intentional thoughts and actions. Even if you are already emotionally resilient, continue to build this muscle to help transform any obstacle into success. Chapter 8: Turn Challenges into Success. As we begin the latter part of our journey through these chapters, it's worthwhile to consider the profound realizations we've already had. Through our exploration of the complex realities surrounding impediments and the critical functions of perception and control illusion, we have gained a deep comprehension of the dynamics that shape our existence. We've studied how to recognize barriers, set smart objectives, develop emotional fortitude, and foster self-focus. Every idea is a pillar in our efforts to make sense of the maze of obstacles that life throws at us. But now that we're about to undergo a significant change, an important question faces us: how can we go beyond just survival and achieve success? The question isn't just about getting over hurdles, it's also about using their transformational power to carve out a life full of success and fulfillment. In this crucial chapter, we're going to provide the key tactics that will help you go above and beyond just survival. You'll learn how to unlock the potential hidden in every setback and turn it into a guiding light that will help you achieve your goals. Practice, practice, practice. According to the age-old proverb, practice makes perfect. We don't naturally possess the ability to overcome barriers. Instead, we have to practice and persevere to develop it. Although turning challenges into stepping stones to success can seem overwhelming at first, you become stronger and more skillful at negotiating life's curveballs as you overcome each problem. Maintaining consistency is essential. We need to train our brains to overcome hurdles in the same way that sportsmen practice hard to succeed in their particular sports. Develop the habit of using the above-mentioned techniques anytime you encounter difficulty, regardless of how minor it may seem. Consider it as strengthening your resilience, a muscle that gets stronger every time you overcome adversity. It's time to change your viewpoint if you believe that you don't have enough challenges to train on. In our daily lives, obstacles are everywhere and frequently take the form of unimportant inconveniences or unremarkable tasks. Examine your goals, relationships, and everyday routines more closely. You'll probably find unspoken obstacles that need to be overcome. Accept these chances for personal development and use them as stepping stones to achievement. Don't give up. Even though some challenges appear overwhelming, persevere and don't give up. Conquering obstacles and turning them into victories requires perseverance. Continue moving forward, even if it seems like you're hitting a brick wall or spinning your wheels. Our resolve overcomes difficulties when we put out consistent effort. But perseverance and futility are two very different things. It's all right to reevaluate and let go of something if it feels pointless or doesn't correspond with your ideals. Trust your gut. By following your intuition, you can avoid needless worry and energy loss. However, do not interpret fear as a warning to give up. Fear frequently indicates that you're about to grow. True growth comes from pushing through discomfort to overcome fear. Recall that enduring momentary discomfort is not nearly as bad as regretting not doing something. Accept the challenge, give in to your anxiety, and observe how challenges become opportunities for growth and progress toward a better future. Stay optimistic. Maintaining optimism is crucial on the journey to overcoming obstacles. Remember, every challenge carries within it seeds of opportunity and growth. By focusing on these positives, you can keep your spirits high even in the face of adversity. Moreover, nurture optimism about yourself. If self-confidence or self-worth issues plague you, seek professional guidance. Your mental and emotional well-being are paramount, and addressing these concerns is a vital step toward resilience. Embrace optimism for your life as a whole. Even if you're not yet where you aspire to be, acknowledge the progress you've made. Celebrate each step forward, knowing that you're steadily inching closer to your ultimate goals. This positive outlook will infuse you with the enthusiasm needed to tackle obstacles head-on, fueled by the anticipation of realizing your dreams. You're not in the clear yet. It's normal to experience a sense of relaxation and satisfaction after overcoming the current challenge, but it's crucial to understand that difficulties still exist after this success. The path of life is inevitably paved with difficulties, as we have underlined throughout this book, and new ones will inevitably appear. Stay proactive and ready for whatever comes next rather than sitting back and enjoying your success. Even when your motivation wanes, keep moving forward by exerting yourself. The secret to transforming setbacks into opportunities for growth and achievement is self-improvement and persistent work. Never forget that once a challenge is surmounted, personal development never ends. Continue to prioritize your growth and well-being while building the fortitude and resiliency necessary to overcome the obstacles in your path. You'll be ready to face every new challenge with confidence and resolve if you put in the necessary effort and patience. Conclusion. Although they are an unavoidable aspect of life, obstacles can be quite difficult. It goes without saying that overcoming a challenge may cause significant social or financial hardship. Furthermore, overcoming hurdles tests your emotional and mental toughness, which makes some people crumble under duress. However, you may overcome challenges and turn them into opportunities for achievement with a little bit of focus and work. Much of the power of hurdles is removed just by realizing that there are benefits to obstacles and that perception does matter. Realizing that you are not in total control also reduces the number of challenges you may encounter. From there, you may tackle any challenge with some objectivity and a clear head. This enables you to recognize barriers and establish objectives for proactive follow-through. As you work towards your objectives, give yourself priority and strengthen your emotional fortitude. You almost certainly will be able to go through any challenge just by doing this. The real test of success is how the challenge affects you and compels you to change. Improving your life and internalizing the lessons acquired are the only ways you can turn the challenge into success. To genuinely transform every setback into an opportunity for achievement, keep practicing, maintain your positive outlook, and better yourself. I will issue a warning: it won't be a simple journey. There will be moments when you feel like giving up and that all of your effort has been in vain. That's when you really need to maintain your enthusiasm and motivation. If you keep your head up, you will soon be able to turn challenges into opportunities. Thank you for sticking with us till the end. If you enjoyed this content, please subscribe to our channel and share it with anyone who might find it interesting. Your support means a lot. Thanks for listening, and please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons, and also click the small bell icon to receive a notification every time a new free audiobook has arrived. Thanks again.